Jam! Hello again and welcome back to another fun-filled episode of Monday Night Magic here on the MTGcast Network. I am Chewie, and
Yes, you are.
Yes, I are. But I am not sick.
Yay.
I don't think.
No physical ailments known.
How about you, other voice that I just heard?
I am not sick, but I also don't exist, so maybe you're mentally sick.
Oh. No, wait. No, you exist. I've seen
Oh, you're right. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, no, I exist. Yeah, you're fine.
So that's Squee.
Remind me sometimes. You get confused.
He's
Existential up in here.
He exists. And Cluze, I'm pretty sure, also exists, but he is sick, so he is not with us this evening.
Unfortunate.
He, apparently...
It's like control decks return to standard and Cluze is gone.
Yeah, apparently he just couldn't handle it now that Red is no longer ruling the entire Roost. Standard's a Roost, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's like a rooster draft, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll go with that, sure.
Awesome.
So, hello, this is Monday Night Magic number 612, because we like big numbers.
We're stubborn.
Yeah.
We also like building on what came before.
Yes, we are like scientists.
But not like Jurassic Park scientists. We know what DNA is without a cartoon.
Life finds a way.
So does Goldblum.
On an unrelated note, I haven't seen Jurassic World Evolution, but I did see The Incredibles 2, and it was excellent.
Wonderful. I have not seen the new Jurassic movie yet either. I figured that might happen sometime over Independence Day weekend, while I've in that window where I will have seen Ant-Man and Wasp, and then while other people are seeing Ant-Man and Wasp, I'll sneak into a much less crowded Jurassic World theater
Nice.
and enjoy that too.
You saw Incredibles, though, right?
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Okay, then. So, sadly, this is not the Incredibles cast. This is Monday Night Magic, where we talk about magic.
Mondays. Oh.
Wait. And we had 2 standard GPs this weekend.
Yes.
Because why not? So, let's start with Grand Prix Pittsburgh, because it's listed first in the show notes.
All right.
And there were, 934 people playing standard in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
And if you saw a guy with a Manipool shirt, that wasn't me, that was JT.
That would make sense.
Yeah, because, that's where he lives. So, yeah. Let's see. I guess we should tell you who won. The winner was Bram Thomas, playing, Chain Whirlers.
I hear that's still good.
The mono red variety.
Yeah. It makes that red easier.
True. Not that that's necessary, because there were plenty of black-red Chain Whirler decks before, but...
Check out that sweet mana base, though.
23
You can find this mana base lying around in most shops.
Yeah, you can. Yay. But since that's old news, let's keep going. In second place, Oliver 2 is running blue-black mid-range. Wait, there's no Chain Whirlers in there.
No, dude. There's Chupacabra, though.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Look at him. Oh, it gives me hiccups. Excuse me.
I mean, if that's the only thing a Chupacabra gives you, you got up pretty good.
Oh, he's a beast horror.
Yeah, he is. Look at him.
He's adorable. But
he kind of looks like he's just hanging out waiting for, Gozer to happen. He's even got the pose right.
There is no Dana, all right? Only Zool.
Yeah.
But this deck is one we have seen quite a bit. Champion of Wits, Glintsleeve Siphoner, Chupacabra, Scarab God, Torrential Gearhulk. There's a Liliana Death's Mastery. And then lots of murder. Doomfall, Never to Return, Cast Down, Commit to Memory. Whoa. That's pretty neat, actually. Essence Scatter, Fatal Push, Vraska's Contempt, Arguel's Bloodfast. Yeah. Neat. In third place, Morgan McLaughlin is running, Chain Whirler. This is the black-red version.
Hooray.
Let's see, how much black is actually in this?
Scrappy Scrounger? Unlicensed
Disintegration, and a little bit more in the board.
Yeah.
Duress, Cut to Ribbons, Hour of Glory, Doomfall. Yeah, okay.
Mostly red aggro.
He's running 1 Glorybringer, 2 Rekindling Phoenix, 3 Karizev, 2 Pia Nalar, 2 Hazaret, 3 Chandra Torch of Defiance. This is not like the full-on aggro.
This is aggro that has a plan B if you have a blocker.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you stunted my progress and I'm out of cards, but it's a good thing I have a dragon on the board.
Pretty much. So we're up to 8 Chain Whirlers now. Nice. Okay, 4th place, Jack Kiefer is running a white-blue God Pharaoh's Gift. Hey, wait a minute. There are no Chain Whirlers in this deck.
It'd be really hard to fit with that mana base. You have to be super greedy.
So this is God Pharaoh's Gift with Angel of Invention, Champion of Wits, Minister of Inquiries, and Sunscourge Champion. Search for Azcanta, and then a bunch of card draw and removal. Oh, and
Angel of
Refurbish.
Invention and Godbearer's Gift is pretty frustrating.
Wait, what is?
Having a Godbearer's Gift out and an Angel of Invention.
Yeah, very much so. Dang.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Especially if you're aggro. Is that what you meant? Or just...
Well, yeah, if you're aggro, it's absolutely miserable because even if you manage to deal with that angel, it's going to come back effectively. And that lifelink is going to continue to ruin your entire progression. But you can also be extra greedy with it and, fabricate it once. And then when it dies, you might not need to fabricate it again. It's big. Have some servos. You get choices.
Yay, servos. They're so cute. So we're still at 8
Yep.
Chain Whirlers. Okay, so let's go to 5th place where Scott Matthews is running Blue-Black Control. What?
Nah, dude.
How do they fit Chain Whirlers into this deck?
I mean, in the last deck, I assumed they would do it with the Godfarer's Gift, because then you can sort of dig them out.
Oh,
This
well,
one,
this
I
one's
don't
got
think
the
even has
Scarab.
that.
This one's got the Scarab God, so yeah, we're good.
Oh. Yeah, that's true. You could totally do that.
Yeah, but no,
As long as you internalize your Chain Whirler that's not in your deck, you'll get there.
Yeah. Don't do that. So yeah, this is Scarab God and Torrential Gearhulk and lots and lots and lots of card draw and murder and denial and yeah. Good stuff. 6th place, Zach Allen is running Esper Control, which is the same thing but with a splash of white.
Teferi.
I was going to say, I don't see it, but there's Teferi.
Yeah.
Oh, and Forsake the Worldly. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Good old Teferi. There's a Dynavolt Tower in the board. What? That's hilarious. I wonder if that actually ever got sided in and did stuff, because that's brilliant.
That would be pretty funny.
Like, in those control matches, control mirrors, I bet Dynavolt Tower is hilarious.
Yeah, you just stick it out there, and you now have a different plan.
Yeah, just cast some spells, you'll be fine.
3 damage is a lot of damage.
You've got Glimmer of Genius in the deck, too, that gets you 4. Whoo! That's funny.
That's pretty good.
All right, moving on. Hey, Mike Sigrist in 7th place. What's Siggy running? White-blue control. What? That's a more different control.
Get some variety up in here.
Yeah, this is running 1 Gideon of the Trials, 4 Teferi, who are not together because Wizard still hasn't figured out how to properly fix this.
I think they're just waiting for rotation to fix it for them.
Yeah, thanks, Wizards. Although it's weird, doesn't this pull from Gatherer?
You see, I thought that was the case. But...
Yeah, it's running Gideon of the Trials, and then... Wait, what is the win condition in this deck? I'm seeing a lot of control. Like, a lot of control. Do you just stick a Gideon and win? That can't be right. Pull, negate, essence scatter. Okay, these are all nonsense. Cast out, seal away, search for Azcanta?
Let's control like crazy, but...
How does this deck win? I don't understand. Oh god, is this like full control? Is this just...
Like old school? There's only 1 Gideon of the Trials. I can't think that's it.
I can't imagine that they are relying
We're missing something
on that.
obvious, and I'm sure people listening are mad at us for missing it.
Well, I mean, it's not in the mana base, Search for his contest, seal away, cast out. No. Syncopate, settle the wreckage. Pull from tomorrow, negate, essence, scatter, disallow, commit to memory. Blink of an eye. No. Fumigate. No. It's just Teferi's emblem and Gideon of the Trials punching them to death.
Yeah, I can't see that working.
I'm so confused. Listeners, are we missing something obvious? Are we stupid?
I think we are. Like, I refuse to believe that's it, because if Gideon's, like, on the bottom, then you're in a really bad place.
I mean,
you might have the time to get there, but that's just a really bad place to be.
I mean, you definitely have the time to get there. This deck just says no, 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 no to everything.
Could it beat a Dynavolt Tower?
Yeah, it's got Seal Away. No, wait, not Seal Away. Hang on, what is... Cast Out. Excuse me, wrong one.
Yeah, I guess you would have to.
I don't know, man. This is very strange. Listeners,
yeah, I feel like we're missing something. So, like, apologies for not knowing. But if it actually is as simple as it is, then extra kudos, and also, ugh.
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go round out the top 8. Paul Dean is running, hey, Black-Red Aggro. There's more Chain Whirlers.
All right, play it honest.
There's only 12 Chain Whirlers in the top 8, which is a much better sign for Standard than, the...
Yeah, we actually have a few archetypes flying around now.
Yeah, so let's see. Not counting Chain Whirler deck, counting all the Chain Whirler decks is 1.
Mm-hmm.
There's Blue-Black Mid-Range, that's a separate deck. There's God Pharaoh's Gift, that's a separate deck. I'm going to call Blue-Black and Esper Control essentially the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And the White-Blue is doing its own thing.
And the White-Blue is totally...
We don't know what it is.
There are 5, for the most part, different decks here.
I'd call that safe.
And that's with putting all the Chain Whirler decks together. These are actually fairly different. Bram Thomas's is more pedal to the metal aggro, whereas the 2 black-red ones are slowing it down a bit. So, neat.
Yeah.
All right, then, let's go check out the top stories, because there's almost certainly a metagame breakdown of some sort in here, isn't there?
Oh, there's some other archetypes in the top 16, too. We don't have to get through all of it, but I just wanted to note that it wasn't just more of the same after you get out of the top 8, so we actually have some variety.
Nice. Oh, well, let's look at that before we go to the metagame breakdown, then.
9th place, we have White-Blue Walkers.
Whoa.
With Karn and Teferi. You remember Karn when he was in everything?
Oh, I'm sure it'll be back.
Yeah.
Those days will return.
4 Karn, 4 Teferi, 3 Gideon of the Trials.
Wow, Walking Ballista.
Walking Ballista, that guy. Yeah. So it's got a little bit more there. But the one that caught my attention was actually skip down a few more and you get to an Abzan deck. We finally have green again.
Dude. There's an Arch of Orazca in this Blue-White Walkers deck. The draw a card, activate this ability only if you have the City's Blessing land.
Huh, all right. Also,
History of Benalia is in here. Woo! Wow, this is nuts. Okay. Which one were you talking about? Okay, wait. So there's the Blue-White Walkers, there's another Blue-Black mid-range in 10th, Esper Control, Abzan Sagas?
Yeah, that was the one that I was referring to.
What the hell?
It's the first time I've seen a green card in Standard in a month.
So we've got Knight of Grace and Knight of Malice and Walking Ballista. All right. Sure. Fatal Push, Vraska's Contempt, Baffling End, that is baffling, History of Benalia, Hexalon's Binding, The Eldest Reborn. Who?
Yeah.
Neat. Thopter Arrest, Karn, and Vraska.
Yeah.
What in the hell is this deck?
It's doing cool stuff.
It is doing cool stuff, and it finished 12th, so that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Mono Red, Wizard Red. What is Wizard Red? It's running Lightning. Yeah, it's running Wizard's Lightning, Flame of Keld. Okay, how many wizards does it have here? Gitu Lava Runner, yup. Oh, look, Chain Whirler. He's
not a wizard.
Karzev, Pia, and Soulscar Mage. Soulscar Mage and the Gitu Lava Runner are the only 2 wizards, but really there are 8, so...
You only need 1.
Yeah. And the Flame of Keld. Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, and there's another Wizard Red in 15th.
I remember when we were talking about Flame of Keld, it's like, refill your hand, right? Yeah. But it was always that sort of hesitant. I guess this is proving it works.
I mean, we've seen it in some of the decks we've talked about, like at Star City events.
Yeah.
In the first couple weeks.
And to clarify, yeah, I know it doesn't actually refill your hand, but when you're out of cards and you're red, 2 is pretty much all you're going to need after you've dumped your hand.
Yeah.
So it'll be fine.
So the Wizard Red deck in 15th right below it does not run Flame of Keld. It's actually more of your normal mono red aggro deck. It's just got the Lava Runner and Soulscar Mage, which a lot of these decks have the Soulscar Mage anyway.
Yeah.
So they just added Gitu Lava Runner and Wizard's Lightning. Neat. Esper Control. Here's a black-green Constrictor. Hey, you remember this deck?
Barely. I was wondering if it was going to sneak off into rotation.
Yeah, we got Jade Light Rangers and Branch Walkers and Rishkar, Pima Renegade, Thrashing Bronto Dave. Yeah, I remember these cards.
Yeah, they're still around for another 3 months.
Hey, and there's a black-green mid-range right below it. Look at that.
Actually, a lot of these cards are around in 3 months, and a lot of them are gone. That's going to be an interesting rotation when we get to the fall.
It really is.
Yeah.
Black Red Aggro, God Pharaoh's Gift, we're down pat. Oh, it's still Leaf Stompy. Ah, there we go. I forgot about that mono green deck that was stomping around.
Yep. I feel better about Standard for this event.
Yeah. Anything else interesting in the top 32? Oh, here's an Approach of the Second Sun deck down at 27th. Haven't seen that in a while.
Just chilling.
Mono red, black red, mono red, mono red, black red. Okay, yeah, that was it. So let's go to the metagame breakdown here for day 2 in the top stories. We've got black-red decks. There are 46, 39 of the aggro variety and 7 labeled mid-range. 31 mono-red aggro. So it's still pretty high up there.
They're counting the black-red aggro and the mono-red aggro as different decks?
Yes.
Okay.
But that's still, 46 and 31, so 77 of the, I don't know how many made day 2.
I mean, it's a big number compared to what we're about to come up on these other lists, so.
True. So then we've got blue-black at mid-range at 20, blue-black control at 2, Esper control at 22, white-blue control at 18, Approach of the Second Sun at 7. I think that's a subcategory.
Yeah.
Of white-blue control. So 18 white-blue control decks, 7 of which were Approach. For the Benalia decks, the History of Benalia, 11 were white-black, 4 were Esper that made day 2. 13 black-green decks made day 2. Steel Leaf Stompy, there were 7. But here's white-blue Godfarer's Gift. Oh no, that was Approach. Okay, never mind. The Godfarer's Gift decks, there were 6. 5 green-white, and then 11 miscellaneous.
Yeah.
So while it's still really heavily slanted towards Chain Whirlers, it's starting to flatten out a little bit.
That's the way that this is displayed on the page. Looks like they're trying really hard to pad it out to being a bunch of different decks. They don't really have to. There are a bunch of different decks, but this whole thing of centering your bullet list is making it look a lot worse.
Yeah, this is really bizarre.
Like, they're trying to make it look like there's a whole bunch of things on this list that aren't. Have some confidence, guys. It'll be okay.
I mean, I'm gonna actually chalk this up to more being bad at making lists on the site than trying to pad things out.
And that's fair, too.
I'm hoping this is incompetence and not dishonesty, is what I'm going for here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there you go. That's Pittsburgh.
Yep.
What? So I scrolled down and saw some cosplay pictures.
And puppy pictures.
What in the hell is that? Garrick, Danitha, Ajani? That's Channel Fireball's logo. Someone's cosplaying as Channel Fireball's logo.
Yes.
Okay.
That is accurate.
And there are dogs. Hello, dogs.
Puppies.
Woof. Okay, then. So there was some nonsense that happened in the semifinals. We should probably mention that.
Yeah.
So in the semifinals between Jack Kiefer and that's what I get for closing the damn thing. Who was in this?
between Jack Kiefer and Bram Thomas.
Ah, okay, it was Bram Thomas, right. The guy who won. Got it.
Yeah.
So at the end of the semifinals, there was a bit of a judge call, a bit of confusion on the board, and the head judge actually took Bram Thomas away from the table to talk to him because what had happened was a Soulscar mage blocked or was blocked by, I wasn't paying attention to whose turn it was, but met a servo in combat, and it should have been a trade. And after the turn was over, Jack Kiefer untapped, and the Soulscar mage was still on the board. And I think probably what happened is that, and neither of them caught it, and then when they did, a judge got involved. I think one of them caught it. I couldn't really tell from the coverage.
Yeah, just to clarify, watching this on the coverage, you can't hear what the players are saying, you just hear what the commentary is.
Correct.
So we don't know.
But either way, the servo had a 2-2, or was a 2-2 because of the Angel of Invention.
Right.
And the Soulscar, apparently, he'd cast a spell, so it was a 2-2. Because it has prowess, don't you know? And the judge took him away and talked to him, and there was a 20-minute delay in the semifinals. And the coverage team, I don't know who was doing coverage. I heard the name Maria, so I guess it was Maria and other guy. I don't know who it was.
Yeah, I think one of the developers.
Sure. But, they mentioned that they were... when this happened, they were talking about how they had screwed up card names and whatnot all day because they'd done, too many hour-long control mirror matches. And, it was getting to the end of the day. It was the semifinals, which is the very ass end of day 2. So they were tired. And I guess without thinking about the knock-on effect it would have, they heard from a floor scout. What did they hear from the floor scout?
They'd heard that when Bram was pulled aside, they thought that he had said that he knew the creature was dead, the Soulscar mage, but thought that Jack didn't say anything, and so he'd left it out. The implication was that he was intentionally not clearing off his creature to see if he could get away with it. But since we can't hear what they're saying, that was essentially hearsay. And considering, the judge pulled him aside and they talked for 20 minutes here at the end of a tournament, that was 20 minutes that gave the chat, the Twitch chat and Twitter and all that, plenty of time to rampantly speculate about what's going on, why this is taking so long. Because normally it would be we have to, put that thing in the graveyard, you get a warning, we move on. But because they pulled him aside and we didn't know why, and they'd made that comment, just crazy speculation.
Which, of course, spreads from Twitch chat to social media to all over the place.
Yeah.
For nothing. They came back after 20 minutes, and the game promptly ended because he had a handful of burn, apparently.
Yeah, he actually got what would normally be a really impressive turnaround, because he had exactly the spell that he needed under the courier that was still on the board to get a burn spell and then have a burn spell in hand and attack with Hazaret and win. It was just a perfect play of events to finish off the game. So after waiting 20 minutes to see what the call was, they go back, they sit down, the thing is over in under a minute. So it was just this, and then they moved on to the next round, and we didn't really hear much about it after that.
Yeah. And then the head judge from Pittsburgh actually posted on a thread on Reddit saying, hey, what the coverage team said was not the case. That wasn't the case at all. So all of that rampant speculation that the internet indulged in because of a throwaway comment by the coverage team, because of inaccurate information from someone on the floor, was for naught.
Yeah.
So, good job to everyone involved, I guess.
Yeah. So end of the day, people got super puffed up over what was actually nothing. Maybe just wait until the judges tell you, if they tell you anything at all, to lose your mind.
Yeah, the only part of the comment from the head judge on Reddit is that he says, hang on, let me go read this word for word. He says, not all the things that have been said here are accurate. For example, Bram never said, I knew it should have died. And this is the part that gets me. I can't share all the details of the investigation, but I spoke with Bram at length, and I concluded that he had not cheated. What investigation could possibly still be going? And why can you not share any details. Like if it's a full thing that's done now.
Considering the game was allowed to continue.
Yeah, and then the dude went on to win, and everything's over now. And this is the one thing that, of course, I didn't know about this at the time when Cluze said, "Hey, I don't think I'm gonna make it today," but I wish you had, because I don't understand why not. Like, I can understand if you say I can't comment on an ongoing investigation, which Cluze has said many, many times.
Right.
But this isn't, as far as I know, which it might still be an ongoing investigation. I don't know.
Yeah, to clarify, like when they came back to the table, they just finished the game. Like the judge didn't lean in on the microphone and explain what happened like a, football referee or anything. They just continued on. So we don't know. And given that, we don't know if there's something else that's being investigated. They're probably never going to tell us. So
yeah, and that's kind of annoying.
Yeah. As a loose end, considering it took away 20 minutes at the end of an event. But again...
Yeah, and caused social media and Twitch chat to lose its damn mind.
Regardless of the internet and Twitch chat and bystanders, they treated it like a game of Magic, where the judge came over, they have a question or they had a conversation or something, they stepped away from the table, came back, continued on. It just happened to be in the semifinals of a GP.
Yeah. Because it was,
It was. And then he went on and won.
Yay!
Hooray. Would you like to talk about a different GP?
Sure, why not?
Also standard.
Also standards. This is Grand Prix Singapore with 682 people playing. And hiccups.
Yep. And hiccups.
And let's see here. So what did we have? 12 chain whirlers in the top 8?
Yep, let's see if they can beat it here.
All right, and I don't know if beat it means more or less.
Exactly.
So, Yuki Ichikawa won the whole thing, playing a white-blue gift deck. Not gifts. Gifts is a modern deck. This is white-blue gift. God Pharaoh's gift. It says gifts. That's not legal.
That would win, however, were it legal.
Yes, it would. But this is, Angel Invention, Sun Scourge Champion, Champion of Wits, Minister of Inquiries, Walking Ballista. Yeah, it's good.
All cards are legal. Go team.
Moving on to second place, Tatsuhiko Oki. Oki?
Oki, yeah.
Yeah. Is playing Esper Control. Not a chain whirler in sight.
Not even.
Nice. Oh, never mind. Gregor Kowalski in third, Mono Red Aggro.
There you go.
Nice. All right. Wow. This is like super aggro, too.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the Wizard. This is what the other tournament called Wizard Red. Because it's running the Lava Runner and Wizard's Lightning. But it's still pedal to the metal aggro.
It's more aggro than the other because it only has 22 mountains.
Ah. Yeah, I saw Chandra in the board, and I'm like, wait, what?
I mean, that's a bit of a curve topper there.
A little bit. All right, so now we're up to 4 chain whirlers. Nope. Fourth place, Andy Chan is running, Mono Red Aggro.
Look at that, chain whirlers.
Yeah, okay, now we're at 8. And this is your...
Wait.
What?
Why does it have a Dragon Skull Summon if it's Mono Red?
Because it's still got Scrappy Scrounger. Yeah, but it doesn't have the Unlicensed Disintegration, which is apparently
Which is the tipping point, I guess.
That's the straw that broke the Mono Red back, I guess.
Because we've seen it before where it's exactly this, and they con it as red-black. So, all right, cool.
Yeah, no. So that's that. Fifth place, Ryuichi Tamada is running Jeskai Control. Hey, look at that.
Oh.
Still only... Wait, Jeskai? What?
Yeah, it's a little different.
Oh, Whirler Virtuoso. Okay, I was like, hold on, what am I missing? So it's running Teferi and Whirler Virtuoso. Got it.
Yeah.
And then all of your usual card draw and burn. Nice. Okay. So we're still at 8. Oh, never mind. Ray Sato is running Black Red Aggro. So now we're up to... What did I just say? 8. So now we're up to 12.
Yes.
And look,
math.
Unlicensed Disintegration and Cut to Ribbons in the main.
There you go.
So now it's Black Red.
Yeah.
In 7th place, Ryo Okamoto. I'm having really hard times with vowels today.
That's rough, dude. Japanese is half vowels.
See? He is running blue-black mid-range with, look at that, with Yeheni's expertise in the main. Damn.
Yeah.
He's
Why
like,
wait?
I will not lose to mono red.
I mean, that's a way to not lose.
He probably did, but still. But yeah, Champion of Wits, Scarab God, Torrential Gear Hulk, Liliana Death's Majesty, and then Murder and Card Draw. Yep.
All right.
And then in 8th place, Li Jingyang running black red aggro. So 16 Chain Whirlers.
All right.
Which is either better or worse, depending on which side of the fence you're on, than Pittsburgh.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
So there you go. What about the rest of the tournament? Whoa. Excuse me, I tried to middle click on something, and...
Did you die?
It didn't work. Wow, do we not have...
I don't see it.
Oh, okay, well...
Never mind, then.
Oh, I meant like top 16 decks or anything. Ah, here's the metagame breakdown. Okay.
Yeah, like, we have that. I just couldn't find any other decks.
Oh, okay, good. So it's not just me.
Nope.
Black-red aggro 52. Mono-red aggro 19. And then 11 mono-red aggro with only Scrap Heap Scrounger as black.
That makes me laugh, as you can tell by the laughing.
From the laughter, yeah.
That is funny, though. I really appreciate that they included that. That is very directly this counts. Go a little bit further.
Wow. Okay, so black-red aggro was 36% of day 2. The 2 versions of mono-red aggro were...
another 20%.
Were another 20%. So that's... What'd I say, 36? So that's 56% were those essentially 2 decks.
Yeah.
Esper Control was 8. Wow, this is really funny. White-blue Control with Approach of the Second Sons. There were 8 of those for 5.5%. White-blue Control with no Approach of the Second Sons. There were 3 of those.
Wow.
So yeah, the meta in Singapore was tilted, it looks like, even more heavily towards aggro.
Yeah, I mean, they got half of the top 8 was 4 Chain Whirlers, so...
And hey, look at that, just over half of day 2 was also 4 Chain Whirlers.
Like how if you scroll down, there's a section called 4 Innovative Decks, parentheses, without Goblin Chain Whirler. It's like they know. They're aware. Well, they're doing that gifts thing again down here. Watch out for that.
Wow. Huh.
I would not want to receive a Sultai gift. There would probably be a snake in it.
Good lord. Ryuichi Tamada's Esper... Was it Esper control deck? Yeah. Apparently he was on a 13-0-2 streak by the end of the tournament.
That sounds good.
Dang. Oh, sorry, he was in Jeskai control. My bad. And also, apparently, there was an unlimited edition draft.
Oh, is that why that...
At Singapore.
There are all these pictures of people holding up, like... There's, like, Legends packs.
Legends packs? What?
Like, booster pack Legends. For some reason, all these people on the page are holding up booster packs of Legends.
Where are you?
On the top stories, like scroll to the top, it's like the 4th picture and like the 6th and 7th picture. No, this is just something that someone's handing out. Okay,
I was like,
that.
no, that's completely...
No, I was just completely confused because I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, but carry on. Sorry. I was just saw the pictures while we were scrolling earlier and remembered them.
Okay.
Weird.
So let's see, what was found in this unlimited draft? Scrubland, Mana Vault, Force Field, Winter Orb, Shivan Dragon.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that card's core set playable.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Oh, Sarah Angel, those are good.
There was a Mox Jet? Ooh.
That's a bit more spicy.
Pretty sweet. Okay, there you go. That's GP Singapore.
Okay. And with the absence of SCG events, that's the tournaments.
Yeah. Star City will have, Atlanta this week?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get to talk about that Next week.
Next week. Yeah. Okay.
Are there GPs next week? Let me go look. What is next week? Yes, Barcelona, which is modern.
Oh, okay then.
Cool.
And then after that will be the pre-release weekend, so probably not that weekend.
After that is Sao Paulo. When's the pre-release?
July 6th.
Yeah, Sao Paulo is July 6th through the 8th.
Really?
Yeah. But Brazil constantly can't get the damn product.
You're right. They don't get the product at the same time we do.
Yeah.
It must be an interesting format. Yeah, I guess as long as it's a pre-release, it doesn't matter because it won't be legal yet.
Yeah.
So, okay then.
That is weird, though, that there is a GP on pre-release weekend.
Yeah.
Huh. Neat.
Maybe he's trying to compensate for the fact that they're always behind on these things.
Could be.
I don't know. So, hey, you did a podcast last week where you talked about a lot of these new cards.
Oh, yeah. So it turns out Core Set 2019 only gets 1 week of previews because right after we recorded the Mana Pool this week, or last week, the entire set was released. And I was like, oh, whoops.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Suffice it to say, we will not be going over all of the cards in the set. That is what the Mana Pool does.
Yeah. Feel free to come listen to last week's. We talked about the dragons and the horses and the planeswalkers and some of the other neat stuff. And then it was really late, so we decided to stop.
It's probably wise.
And so this week we will talk about even more, like the lords. We missed all the lords last week. And some of the super sweet art. Did you see in red the Catalyst Elemental?
No, I will look at it right now. I have not seen most of these cards. All right, Catalyst Elemental.
Like, not the card, just the art. Like, the card itself is whatever.
Yeah, that's fair. The card is not exciting. That's pretty cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, the Catalyst Elemental looks kind of like if lightning were to die and come back as a ghost.
What, the main character from Final Fantasy 13?
Probably. No one's played that.
I was going to say, did anyone care if she died and came back as a ghost?
She came back in 2 more games, so I'm sure she came back as something. But, yeah, that is a ghost of lightning. Just sort of hanging out next to some generic mad scientist nuts. A hyperstormic generator.
Oh.
Is what it says in the flavor text.
It looks like the top of a Tesla coil.
Yeah, it looks like they have a Tesla coil connected to the robot from Lost in Space, and they're using it to capture Zordon in a Ghostbuster trap. Got there. All right. That is what happened. Bam, new flavor text.
Yeah, I like it. So is there... Jesus.
Oh, man, 10 mana red spell. Why would we do that?
Is there... Wait, what?
Apex of Power?
Oh, yeah, Apex of Power is neat.
I'm going to read that because I haven't seen this in its mythic. 7 red for a sorcery. Oh, boy. Exile the top 7 cards of your library. Till end of turn, you may cast non-land cards exiled this way. If the spell is cast from your hand, add 10 mana of any one color. Better be red. Huh.
So yeah, I read the first part of this, I'm like, but you just spent 10 mana.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you get 10 mana back. Okay, that's actually really cool.
Yeah. And they're clarifying cast from your hand because they know how we do.
Well, it's so you can't chain Apex of Power into another one. Well, you could, but the second one won't do anything, but exile 7 more cards.
Hey, that might be your goal. It shouldn't be, but it might.
So Apex of Power is the first in a 3-part story about Nicol Bolas's, power levels.
Yeah. This is like Super Saiyan 1 Bolus, right?
No, this is like Super Saiyan Max, whatever that is, Bolus.
Oh.
Because after
Super Saiyan God Pharaoh Bolus? Gotcha.
After that is it the black one? There are 3. The blue one is the 3rd one. Yeah. Fraying Omnipotence is when the mending was happening.
Oh, I'm sure that was a bad day for him.
Which, for 3 black, rare sorcery, each player loses half their life, then discards half the cards in their hand, then sacrifices half the creatures they control, round up each time. So it's like a slightly... It's not Pox.
Yeah.
Because Pox was black, and was...
This feels more like an ultimatum. but not one-sided.
Yeah, Pox was a third. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And cost three black mana. Whereas this is half and costs 5. And then the blue one is the end, which is Patient Rebuilding. Which, for some reason, I can't find, even though I know how to spell, I swear. And here we go. 3 blue for a rare blue enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, target opponent mills 3, then you draw a card for each land card put into that graveyard this way.
Huh.
So first he's all powerful, and then, oh god, everything sucks. Now he's like, it's cool, I'll get back.
Yeah. So the first one's like at the beginning of the game, and then Samus loses all the upgrades. You have to play through the game to get them back.
yeah,
Sounds
pretty
right.
much. Except evil.
Yeah.
So it's Dark Samus.
It's Dark Samus? Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, it's just scrolling over this. There's a lot of cool cards in this set. Like, having not looked over the set much, I can't wait to hear the tale of how Mike manages to lose the game after casting Liliana's contract.
Oh, it's going to happen.
That's totally going to happen.
We actually
Awesome.
decided on the show that if you cast Liliana's contract, which, hey, read that real quick.
Yeah, Liliana's contract. 3 black, enchantment rare. When Liliana's contract enters the battlefield, you draw 4 cards and you lose 4 life. That's how Mike dies. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 4 or more demons with different names, you win the game.
So we decided that if the 4 demons that you control are Grizzlebrand, Belzenlock, Razaketh, the ugly one, damn it, there's always
So
one.
and so, what's her face?
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Yeah. If you control the Teen Girl Squad, yeah.
Yeah, if you control all 4, then not only do you win this game, but your opponent should buy you dinner or something. Somebody should
You've
buy
assembled
you.
Exodia at that point. You have earned it.
Yeah, someone should buy you lunch. The next meal you should not pay for, comma, damn it.
You have achieved flavor victory, so someone owes you something that tastes good. Because that would be pretty amazing.
See, this guy gets it.
Awesome.
Damn it, who the hell... Wait, excuse me. I'm allergic to demons. Kothafed, that's the other one.
Sudafed?
Mike couldn't remember Razaketh when he rattled this list off, so I had to look it up. I couldn't remember Kothafed.
Okay.
Bad at this game. But anyway, yeah, there's lots of neat stuff in here. It's significantly more awesome than it has any right to be as a core set.
Yeah. This is
not
kind of reminding me
necessarily powerful, but it's really neat, and so on the awesome scale, it's way better.
This reminds me of when Origins came out, and it was like a core set that was about character backstories. It's just this time it's entirely about Bolas and everything that ties into him, because Bolas is, of all the characters in Magic, Bolas is probably touched on more than anyone, just by virtue of not being tied to Dominaria entirely.
Yeah.
So this is pretty cool. I also appreciate how, as you're scrolling down, this is just a normal Magic thing, but because of the nature of this being, story-driven flavor, you can sort of skip from one card art to another and sort of see the pieces getting stitched together within a color. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
If you go to the line that starts with Liliana's Planeswalker card, you can actually sort of see her shifting into a dance if you look at the 3 cards in a row, which is pretty neat. That's just the beginning of her entirely smug Disney villain song. You can see her just sort of looking all proud of herself as a planeswalker, and then she starts singing "Poor Unfortunate Souls," and then she just starts dancing with this body that I guess was hanging out nearby. Good times.
Well, you can see the bodies behind her in the other 2 arts, so yeah.
That's right. She just grabbed one.
Grabbed
She's
one.
Get over here.
Yeah.
We're dancing now. I'm immortal. We're dancing now. You would dance if you were immortal too. I did.
He did. So I guess that's probably it for Core Set 2019 then.
So the thing that I was laughing at before the show, I want you to scroll up to the Hieromancer's Cage in white.
The what? Oh, Hieromancer's Cage. Okay.
Sorry, yeah. Okay, now you're looking at the card art?
Yeah.
Now I want you to imagine that the nostrils are googly eyes and look at the new face it makes.
Ah! I hate you.
When I was scrolling down, I wasn't paying attention to the greater art, so I just saw that face first before I saw that it was a Minotaur. And that's why I just started laughing out of nowhere while we were prepping for the show. So everyone at home, go look that up. It's really funny.
I can't unsee it.
Right?
Oh, I don't like you anymore.
It's like I saw that at first and I thought it was like one of those like weird old internet memes or something.
Yeah, I actually don't like you anymore. Dang it, man. Wow,
Yeah.
Somehow I closed my entire browser without being anywhere near the X at the top.
That's terrifying. Don't do that.
That's a neat trick.
But
So,
yeah.
apparently, in Rosewater's article, you put this here. You want to tell people what that's here for?
Yeah, so as usual, he's got his stories behind all these characters, but near the very beginning, under the Ajani entry, he mentions that instead of focusing on the current story, Corset 2019 is taking a peek into the past and helping us understand the origin of Nicol Bolas. To do this, each of the Planeswalkers in Corset 2019 are set in the past at a time when the character interacted with Bolas. Ajani's card comes from Shards of Alara storyline, the one time he fought Bolas directly. So that was something that may have been stated in other places, but this is the first time I really noticed it. And I just think that's neat. Like, that's the little bit of a clue that I was looking for what makes this different. Like, we're not advancing the story forward. We're catching everyone up on who Bolas is, what Bolas has been through. 25 years of building this villain, even though he's not actually 25 years old. Like, you can find Bolas's influence all over Magic because he's the bad guy. There are lots of other bad guys. He's the bad guy. So.
Yeah, and that's why the selection of which single-colored planeswalkers we have makes sense. Like, Ajani, he's obviously interacted with Ajani in the Alara block.
Mm-hmm.
Tezzeret, he's been under Bolas.
He was an agent of Bolas.
Yeah, he's been under Bolas's thrall for a while. What's next? Liliana, fairly...
It's pretty obvious at this point.
Yeah, didn't he broker the deal with the demons? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, he was the broker. He was the one like, oh, you want immortality? Like, I know 4 guys. And there you go.
There's Sarkhan, who has also been under Bolas's thrall. And then the new one, Vivian Reed, Bolas destroyed her world, according to the flavor text on one of her cards.
Yeah. It's really unfortunate there's understandably not room to add flavor text to Planeswalker cards.
Bristling Boar in green. Nicol Bolas destroyed my world. I owe it to Scala to celebrate all life, no matter how dangerous. Vivian Reed.
That's an interesting motivation.
And yeah, as I was explaining on the Mana Pool, that she has a show on Animal Planet or National Geographic. I think it was Mike went, crikey. Which made me happy.
Right, now this here's a Lurgoyf. Now, you might think it's made of teeth, and you're right.
Let's go and give him a kiss.
Let's introduce him to the power of the human hand. Oh, why would he do that? Why is that what's happening now? Oh, no.
Did you see...
Okay, I have another hand.
Did you see the flavor text on Prodigious Growth?
No, but I feel like I should.
Yeah. First the art, then the flavor text.
Oh, in that order? Okay. I guess this is in green by nature.
It's green,
but
yeah.
Prodigious Growth. Oh. That's adorable.
So Prodigious Growth is a creature enchantment that gives a creature +7/+7 and trample.
It gives a creature I just one limited.
Pretty much, yeah. And the art is a big-ass ant that is towering over the trees. And the flavor text is, look how cute it is now, Vivian Reed.
That's like what would happen if Steph could make things bigger. Like, very directly. I appreciate that this is going to come out the same weekend as Ant-Man 2. Well played all around.
So, there you go. Let's go talk about something else.
Okay.
Oh, the release notes, by the way, are up A link to those will be in the show notes in case there's anything you have a question about. Check those first. It's probably there.
Most likely. Yeah, the only other news that I've got is actually in the world of Magic Online. And it's just going to touch on a little bit briefly here. So if you may recall, back when Dominaria launched in Magic Online, they had an issue where several premium legendary cards weren't appearing in booster packs. It says here at the appropriate rate. I want to say that at the time they just weren't, but I didn't experience it firsthand. But either way, there were a lot of them that were short. And so they fixed it pretty quickly, but as a result, there are less of those cards in circulation right now, and so that's throwing things off online. So to fix it, they're going to make a small 2-week adjustment to Treasure Chest to include more copies of those cards. Now, when they appear, they'll replace a standard legal common or uncommon, and they'll last until they swap over the new collation for Core Set 2019. So, in general, be aware that you may encounter those. That's why. The treasure chests are not quite like magic packs that just have a bunch of stuff in them, but if you notice there are more of them, should be cool. They've got a chart here on the linked page showing you the frequency ratios for different cards that are going to be available in the legend pool.
All right, then.
Yep. Past that, Magic Online is Magic Online. So
yeah, it is.
Keep up with that news pretty much directly since we record on Monday, and nearly all of the Magic Online news we see is already over.
Very true. So with that, I guess we're done?
Yeah, I think we're done. You can find me on Twitter at SqueeGoblinNabob. There's no I in Goblin because we're just going to say that the I also ran into Nicol Bolas at one point in time. And it's not in the set because Nicol Bolas wasn't kind to it. It's very sad. Like, when Nicol Bolas was setting up his cool LinkedIn meeting for Liliana and, like, you know, all the networking was going on, the I wandered in, didn't work out. It left with Thibblethip. We'll find it someday. Don't ask why Thibblethip was there. That's personal. That's how you create a backstory guide. But if you want to find actual me, then you can find me at Cosplay America this coming weekend in Cary, North Carolina. A lot of workshops, a lot of fun demonstrations. I'm going to be hosting a few events. Should be fun. One ridiculous thing that I'm going to do is I'm running a contest where people pretty much volunteer out of the audience, and we're going to make them do ridiculous poses without seeing what they're supposed to be doing. It's just going to be entirely verbal direction and see how close we can get them to match something crazy we put up on the screen behind them. So everyone but the person knows what they're supposed to be doing, and they're trying desperately to follow directions. It's going to be dumb. It's probably going to be a lot of fun. I took the poses from a lot of weird places, including JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So if you know what that is, you're laughing. If you don't worry about it. It's ridiculous. But that'll be fun. Hopefully we can get some pictures of that online. And the rest of the weekend's just going to be a lot of fun. If you're local to North Carolina or you're really into costumes and nearby, come check it out. We're going to have a lot of fun. Beyond that, I'm pretty much just going to be around. So yay. Cluze is sick and not here, but in his absence, let us all just acknowledge that the top is still stopped.
Yay!
Hooray! And now let's let Chewie talk because he does stuff.
I do. I do a lot of stuff, and that's about it.
All right, good job, everybody.
But yes, I do this show. I do the Mana Pool, where we talk about lots of different things, including the cards that have been shown. I also stream a lot on Twitch here lately. I've streamed a lot in the last few days. Batman Arkham Asylum, Killing Floor 2, Overwatch, Hearthstone, Slay the Spire. Yeah, a good chunk of that goes up on YouTube, which the Twitch channel is twitch.tv/themanapool. The YouTube channel is youtube.com/themanapool. Where, let's see, what's gone up on YouTube lately? Here, soon it'll be some Hearthstone. I made, in a single stream, I went from rank 8 all the way up to rank 5. And I've got some really good games from that are going to be going up as YouTube videos over the next few days. I put up 2 rounds, whatever, of Killing Floor 2. That was me and Bill and Cap and Haley and Steph, where we run around and blow up zombies.
In the sky.
And one of them, was the airship, where we're all on the new map, and I was the berserker literally running around punching things. Zombie clowns. That's the worst. And then the second one, we were on the beach, and I was blowing stuff up. And it was a really good map. I ended up having to solo the boss.
That was pretty good.
That's why I put that one up, because that was a lot of fun. Because at one point, I think my health dipped all the way down to like 20-something. Like,
you had 4 people watching over your shoulder telling you where things were and everything.
Yeah.
All of our hopes were on you.
There's a turd in front of you. Don't step on that, because the boss drops these giant glowing turds that if you step on them, they do a lot of damage, which is why my entire team died.
Yeah, we died really quickly together, and then it just became you kiting, but also there's like a bunch of other problems.
Yeah, and I would turn around to shoot the boss and be like, whole group of zombies in front of you, and I'd turn around and oh my god, and then there's armor, get the ammo. It was really a lot of fun.
It was a good group experience.
That was just the boss. Like, before that, there was the whole lead up of blowing up the entire island's worth of zombies. It was a good round. It was a good one to end on.
Yeah.
So yeah, those went up on YouTube. Yeah, stuff like that. Yay. Also, don't forget, if you have Amazon Prime, you can totally link your Twitch account to it, and you get 1 free subscription token to give away to a streamer every month. And I'm not saying give it to me, but I do insist, please give it to a smaller streamer, because we totally appreciate that, just percentage-wise, way more than a huge streamer would. Just saying. And it's relatively simple to link the two, and then the only problem with it is it's manual, so you have to re-up once a month, but that's, if I can do it, then you can do it, because I haven't missed a subscription token yet since I started subscribing to Cap. I think the next time I re-up, it'll be a year straight, so yeah. By all means, if you have access to that, check it out. Give it away. Give it away. Give it away now. No? Nothing? Okay.
I got you. I understand. I get that, ref.
Nice. And with that, all that's left is to say, if you want to help support what I do, then just consume the things I do, watch the stuff, or even more helpful, share it, put it on Reddit or something, or give it to someone, hey, did you see this? I like this guy, or something. Or the most direct way to help support what I do with all of this nonsense is to go to the Patreon at patreon.com/themanapool, where you can get the early stuff. You can get YouTube episodes and Manapool episodes early. You can get the early stuff and the odds and ends, all the stuff recorded before and after both Monday Night Magic and the Manapool. It is uncensored and unfiltered, and generally unsafe for consumption. If Cluze was here, you'd get to hear him swear on the odds and ends.
That's true. It's where he does it.
Yeah. And if you are feeling extra generous, you can become a Manapool lifeguard, which gets you the early stuff, the odds and ends, and the shout out on both podcasts. And your name will be on the end slate for all the YouTube videos that go up each month that you support at that tier. So with that, I would like to thank Kim Ho, Andrew Hunt, Al, Nope. I almost did it again. Hang on. Corey Cloutier. There we go. I told you, man, I'm having problems with vowels today. That was Corey Cloutier. Okay, I got it right. Paul David, Lance Delicious, Team U, Hellas Are You, John Morris, Stuart Slaw, PJ McMullen, Bosco Bertain, Casey, Nathan Hay, Danny Liao, Jason Doan, AJ Javieras, Cody Buckowing, Jake Jansons, Jason Kaus, Brian DeLucci, Stark Maximum, John Parker, Jimmy Scott, Violet Moon, Dan Holm, Bartle, Mike Miller-Burned, and the Beast Father, Aaron Goodwine. Mike Miller-Burned also gifted me that copy of Arkham Asylum that I've been playing on stream. Thanks, buddy. And Arkham City, once I get to that. That was from him, too. Which I'll be starting once I'm done with Arkham Asylum. Possibly before. Because it's really good. And Bill and I, after an Overwatch stream, we're just talking about it. I'm like, now I want to go play it.
It's a really good game.
So, yeah, there you go. That is everything. Right? That is everything? That is everything.
I think so, yeah.
So this has been Monday Night Magic number 612. Thank you all so very much for listening, and go play some Magic.